Hi y'all, it's Jeannie from Bushnell Unscripted, and today I have a completion review for you of Wondering, which as you can see, this is Alice from Alice in Wonderland, but Make Market, they call this kit Wondering, and it was part of their 2025 Halloween selection. I don't really know why Alice in Wonderland was included in a Halloween collection, but I'm glad she was. So this is a kit that full retail costs $14.99 for a 16 by 20 kit. That is an amazing deal. And if you use their mini coupons and or sales, you're walking out with $10 and some change. That's incredible. Okay, this is a square kit, square gems or square drills or square diamonds, whatever you want to call it, square beads. This was my first square kit with them. I usually do rounds and I love their rounds. How do I feel about the square kit? At times it was very challenging for two reasons. One, the drills can be improved by having more consistency in shape and size. And they can be improved by having less cupping. I had some cupping issues, but more than that, there were issues with consistency of size, and that is where I think Make Market could do some major improvements. Having said that, do I think they're the worst drills I have ever used? No, I don't. Am I willing to accept lesser quality drills on a budget friendly kit? Yes, and always thank you. I don't expect a $15 kit to have the drills of a $50 kit. That, to me, is a silly notion. So I don't walk in having that belief. Having said that, I can accept that they need some improvement on their squares. I believe that. But I also want you to draw attention to this image and look at how beautiful this 16 by 20 inch canvas is. Again, let's look at the rendering of this kit. You cannot beat Make Market for a budget-friendly kit for the rendering. Just look at that. This shadowing in the trees in front of Alice is just, oh my gosh. And her hair, her dress, being able to see all the different folds and knowing, I mean, just the detail of the coloration. I mean, yes, this was confetti. This kit is confetti heavy. That alone made it a challenge. So if you don't like confetti, and I'm not the biggest fan of confetti, I don't hide that. But we need confetti to have what? Detail. If all we had were just huge patches of color blocking, we wouldn't have this detail. So we have to have confetti. We have to. Was the confetti in this unnecessary? No. You know, there are there are some atrocious canvases out there that are rendered by computer, and they just start throwing confetti in ridiculous places that it didn't need it, and suddenly you've got a color over here that, what is that? You don't see that on this kit, okay? So while it is confetti heavy, it had a point. It had a purpose. Now, I did do some alterations. This was also the very first kit that I have ever changed the drills that didn't come with it. It's not my jam. I don't enjoy it. I buy kits because I like the fact that somebody else did all that for me. I'm not the type of person that I want to go and change all that. It's just not my personality. And also, if I buy a piece of art, there's been some art that I've liked, but maybe it had a weird element. I know some people do a great job of buying that kit and taking that element out. I'm not that person. One, I'm like, I don't want to mess with that artwork. That's somebody else's artwork. So on that level, I don't want to do it. And on another level, I don't think I'm going to do that great of a job. So I'm not going to do it. But for this one, I changed the drills out in this lantern, and this little lantern. I put glow-in-the-dark drills. But I'll tell you what, to me that was stressful. It really was, because I was trying to pick colors, and I wanted to make sure that it looked okay, and I had different colors in this initially, and then pulled to, it was a lot of, not a fan for me. But I love the end result. I'm really happy with it. I just don't see me really doing that much more in the future. But back to the confetti. Here in the green, there's moss down here. There's moss in between the walkway. Look at this walkway. It's like it's lit up. And it's just these drills. It's just these cheap drills. I mean, let's call it what it is, right? But I'm telling you what, you cannot beat this render. I never get tired of looking at this Alice. I think she's beautiful. And, you know, squares aren't for everybody, right? Confetti's not for everybody. And if you know that you don't like, number one, a challenging canvas, and number two, if all you're ever looking for are those perfect drills, just then stick to a premium canvas. That's my advice. But if you're willing to take a risk and you're willing to say, okay, I mean, there were times, yes, hi, my name's Jeannie, and there were times I muddled through this canvas. I didn't have a problem with the gown. It was really the moss area. This is what almost took me out. But I kept with it because I just knew in the end, I knew Make Market wasn't going to lie to me. I know their rendering is beautiful, and I am absolutely tickled because I love it. I love her. And it's just, I don't know. To me, this image is just a testament to so much that I've gone through this season of my life. I've had a lot of changes in my life personally, and this image of Alice standing before this unknown forest, you know, she's got choices. Does she move forward? Does she turn around? Does she stop and have tea? You know, there's these elements guiding her forward, but you can just feel her stance and her courage and her bravery, but also her timidness as well. I love this image. No one's ever going to change my mind on it. I think it turned out great. Make Market can do better on their drill quality. They can also do better, and always, this is whether you have a round drill kit or a square drill kit. Some of their symbols are difficult to read. I would like a brighter canvas. You know, even when you have a dark canvas, you can make the symbols more legible. I wish they'd do that. And number two, I wish they would not use similar symbols on some of their kits. And number 3, I hope they improve their drill quality. Sorry, I got interrupted there. They can make improvements, and I'm going to let them know that. Because one thing that I really encourage everyone to do is to always reach out to these manufacturers and let them know the pros and the cons of their kits. Because it doesn't benefit anyone for everyone just to go to their friends or to go online to the groups and say, oh, I hated this, I didn't like that. Give them some feedback. Let them know, right? So I'm going to let them know what I thought of my first time doing their squares. And I always list the positives and the negatives. This kit had 53 colors. And it is on their typical polyester heavy canvas, but it folds out beautifully. It's a beautiful canvas. I'm thrilled to own it. And the process, while it was challenging at times, it was worth it. And in the end, that's what we do have to ask ourselves. I do encourage you to give them a try. Start with their rounds. You don't have to jump into their squares. I do hope that they will improve their squares. But the render is just absolutely, it won't, this experience, even with all of its challenges, will not keep me from getting another square. It just won't. So the end result I'm absolutely happy with. But I will let them know of where I think some of their beneficial changes could be. Let me know if you've worked on this. I've seen a number of people that have, and they have been so pleased with the image they're left with, that any difficulty is left at the door, and I understand that. But I'm not gonna lie to you. There's some challenges with this kit, but I also know at the end of the day, I paid $10 and some change for this kit, and I couldn't ask for more in a finished product. You can see everything on this kit. It's not a mystery, and no, it doesn't just look better in the screen. This is a beautiful canvas. Now, I'll let you know I will be doing another video with this one. My friend Pam has asked me to show how I paint the edges of these kits, and I do plan on painting the edge of this kit. I will be painting the edge of it black with acrylic paint, so stay tuned for that video, and then we'll see how she finishes out. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much, and let me know your thoughts, and if you have tried a square and you're never going back, or if you think, well, it was a challenge, but in the end it was worth it. As always, I hope you're keeping love and kindness on repeat. Until I see you, bye-bye.